Hi CCU class. This is my impromptu speech. Videotaping is my audience. Christina Green, she's my pastor. So, what questions do you have for me today?
Okay, one question I have is, do you prefer face-to-face interaction versus online teaching?
I prefer face-to-face. Reasons I prefer face-to-face is because you actually get to interact with somebody instead of over a screen. You're not as disconnected from the people across the screen from you. You can actually, like I said, you get to interact with somebody. You can talk to them. You can tell them how you feel. Over typing and over messages like that, you really can't tell somebody's emotions and how somebody's feeling through just messages. You actually have to hear the voice. You can't hear nobody's voice. You can't see nobody's face. You can't see their body language. I also feel that whenever you're interacting with somebody, you learn better. Because whenever you're just online, it's just you, and you can get distracted really easily. Because if you don't like that topic, or if you feel like it's not important to talk about, you'll just type something and it's done. But whenever you have somebody there, they get more out of you. They get more interaction out of you. They get your answers, more out of you. That's how I feel on that kind of topic.
Okay, next question I have for you is, Amarillo, we know, passed a law concerning no cell phone use at all while you are driving. How do you feel about that law, and knowing that there is still lots of accidents due to texting?
Well, I agree that they should have passed that law because, for one, it's somebody's life that they're trying to save. It's somebody's mom, dad, sister, brother, your own family members that they're trying to keep safe. I agree with them enforcing it by putting a $250 fine on anybody who's caught. One of the reasons why is, whenever you're texting, whenever you're focused on a phone, you're not focused on what's in front of you, you're not focused on what's around you, and you get distracted real easily. I think it's very dangerous that when people are focused on their phone and not focusing on the road. As in driver's ed, we're taught to put both hands on the wheel. We're taught to keep our eyes and ears open. We're taught to look at our mirrors every few seconds, because in a split second things can happen. Bad things can happen. And whenever we're texting and driving, that goes from very little percentage of you getting into a wreck to a big percentage of getting into a wreck and hurting somebody. Do I feel that they should enforce it more? Yes, because I still see people on the phone, still see people texting and driving. I know they can't stop everybody, but I feel that it should be enforced harder, maybe even more of a harsher penalty. I know that sounds bad, but I feel if the amount's enough, people are going to stop. And there are alternatives to texting and driving. There's hands-free calling, which I use all the time.
Okay, last question that I have for you is that you went through a major change, a better way of living and eating health-wise. What advice can you give to somebody that's willing to make those changes for themselves?
Okay. What she's talking about is my change that I made about a year ago. I had the gastric sleeve surgery, and throughout that process, I went from 300 pounds to 175 pounds. I've lost 125 pounds altogether, and it's over a year. And the advice I can give to somebody is to keep on keeping on. When it comes to weight loss, it takes time. When it comes to keeping a diet, it takes perseverance. When it comes to getting up and exercising, that takes a lot of commitment. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. Like I said, I've changed my life completely. I went from eating junk food and Cokes and all sorts of things like that to eating clean. When I say clean, I mean chicken, turkey, greens, grains, and water, tea, and I exercise 3 times a week. And that doesn't mean strenuous exercise. That means moderate to strenuous exercise. Walking, running a little, lifting weights, making sure everything's toned up. Because with that loss of weight, that's what's happened to me. I had to make sure I did that. And my inspiration to other people is, like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm living proof. Look at my pictures. I want to thank my pastor for recording and giving me these nice, good questions. And I hope everybody enjoyed my speech. I know that it was an impromptu speech. It was, off the top of my head of things I could think of. And I'm looking forward to hearing y'all's opinions and y'all's comments on what y'all think. Y'all have a good night.